Hi guys, just want to talk through a few things that we discussed on Tuesday and Wednesday morning during advisory. I believe that this should be helpful, but I've also summarized this in the email as well. So first of all, if we're looking at a Google Drive, make sure you've organized your Google Drive. And make sure you've got folders for each subject and you've moved the resources into the relevant folders. Remember, we're checking that next week, so make sure you're on top of the game for that. Also, remember that you can, within Google Drive, you can also star documents as well. So if I go into, let's say, Lang and Lit, if you wanted to star something, you can click on the three dots and you can add to star, the third option down. You can also, remember, make something available offline. Once you've opened this, those features are in the three dots in the top corner. You can make it available offline and you can star the files as well. Okay. Now, something else that you may need to do if you haven't already is star your landing pages. That might make it useful. And once you've starred your landing pages, you can just go to your drive and you can click on the three lines, the hamburger in the top left-hand corner, and you can just select just the things that you have starred. So everything you want quick access to. And I can see that this amazing person whose iPad I'm on right now has already done that. Well done. Okay, so next, how to save things offline. So probably the easiest way of doing that is taking a screenshot. So holding the home button and the volume button, press the home button and the on-off button and get the screenshot. Another thing that you can do is obviously for Google Docs, activate the available offline, but you can also save things to Notability. So if you're on a website, for example, so if I go to Chrome right now, okay, and what you can do is you're on a website. You can also click on the share arrow and you can open it in something like Notability or into Drive, or you can just save to files as well. So that there are ways to make it offline. Another thing you can do is save to books. If books is one of the options up here, you can also save it to books. Notability is something that we talked about. We talked about Notability and how amazing it is. Remember that when you open it up, there's a welcome note. And so this note here is one that you can start playing around with. So you can draw all over it. You can undo that. You can erase things. And luckily, you can also undo that as well. And you can go through and see all of the other things. Remember, if you're wanting to go through it, click on the hand tool so you can scroll through to the next page and things like that. I would strongly recommend that you go through this Notability tutorial and practice doing everything. And remember, you can open any document, any PDF, any worksheet, any screenshot onto Notability, and then make notes, highlight, annotate, and then also remember you can then click on the share arrow, go to other apps, and share the note to your Google Drive so that you're then able to upload it to manage back when you need to. Okay, so that is Notability. Another thing that we were meant to do is making study guides available in books. Any document from Google Drive, any link as a PDF can be saved to books, and therefore it will be available offline. And if I look in books here, I'll be able to see that this person has already made sure that his study guide is available in his books app, and therefore it's available offline. All right, naming conventions. So this is an interesting one. And so I'm going to go to the student portal right now. So underneath the landing pages and underneath the announcements, there are handbooks and then there are study guides. And if I open up the MYP Study Academic Skills Handbook, if I open this up, I'll go to the second page. Number 13 Slide 13 is naming conventions. If I open that up fully, you'll be able to see what to do exactly. I've put a summary of this in your in the email, but you can click on naming conventions and it will show you exactly what you need to do. So your first initial, last name, your subject, whether you're 6A or 6B, and then also what the title of that piece is. If you do this for every one of your documents, this will make it easier for you to find. It will also make it easier for your teacher to look at. Another thing that's on the student portal, which is really useful, up in the top corner here, you can see it says Tech at AISL, which is another tab on the secondary announcements on the student portal. If I click on Tech at AISL, it will give you tutorials for lots of different things. You can click on these links at the top here and it will navigate you down to that bit, or you can just scroll down through the page to see video tutorials about ManageBack, about DocScan, which is a very useful tool, about Notability, about resizing video files so that it uploads quicker to ManageBack. Email etiquette and naming conventions are all on there. And we can add more things here as we go through it. Okay, that's all. I believe that will probably be about a 4-minute video tutorial, but remember I've summarized this on your, and I've sent that out on email as well. Have a great long weekend. Hopefully we'll see you all on Monday. Bye.